Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. Once again, welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. Mr. Zizi Kodwa is a free man today. When I say free, I'm saying he's free in a sense that he doesn't have any charges hanging over his head together with his co-accused. This happened today. We're going to be looking at how this was reported today, and we're going to look at the moment when the charges were withdrawn and the reaction of the people. Most importantly, his reaction, how he reacted to this. But yeah, he is in the list of unemployment here in Africa, joining many people who are unemployed at this moment. But he is a comrade after all. We are not expecting him to be unemployed for too long. With his glow like that. If you were to be hungry, that glow would vanish. That glow would vanish. Okay, we are going to read from one person who reacted the same way. I just felt like this was very peaceful. A man faced his music without us seeing the comrades marching outside, saying free Zizi. This one said, credit must be given to Zizi. He never caused disruption or disrepute in the ANC, never pointed a finger to certain leaders. He knew it was his case to face. Nice, street and short. And I felt the same. I was like, no, this man just faced his own music as an individual, not pointing fingers at anybody. But in his reaction, it's sort of like, yeah, I have mixed feelings. But yeah, anyway, the truth must be told that he didn't cause any havoc. He faced his music just like that. And I know that someone who's watching this video somewhere within our South Africa is like, but this is suspicious. Just like that, the charges were dropped. So it was reported like ANC expects Kodwa to notify Mbalula formally of his intention to resume his duties. You see what I mean? He is a comrade after all. He's not going to be stranded. So he is expected to inform Mbalula about this. And it continues to say, this comes after the Director of Public Prosecution's recent decision to drop the fraud and corruption charges against the former minister. Meanwhile, the National Prosecuting Authority, NPA, has refused to divulge factors that influence its decision to drop the corruption charges against Kodwa. It is that refusal for the NPA to divulge. Can somebody tell me that what are the circumstances that inform the NPA to take the decision not to divulge? When is it justified? When is it not suspicious not to divulge the factors that influence the withdrawal of the corruption charges? Somebody tell me, somewhere, somehow. I need to know. Yeah, we have a glowing Zizi there. He's happy. So we're going to look at how he reacted. I'm happy for him. Whatever happened that has led to the charges being dropped, freedom is sweet. Because when you have jail hanging over your head and you're thinking, my goodness, am I going to survive?
You should kindly request to refer the court to case number SCCC 37/2024. Your should request to proceed placing appearance on record. Thank you. Your should today, the first day of November 2024, when this is the Specialized Commercial Crimes Court, Johannesburg. It is sitting at Pambridge Court number 10, case number SCCC 37/2024. Presiding officer, Mr. Fender, prosecutor, Mr. Mohachabe. There's no need for an interpreter, as both accused are English conversant. Appearing in respect of accused number 1, it is Mr. Small-Smith. In respect of accused 2, it is Mr. Majavi. Your Worship, the matter was remanded to today for the outcome of the DPP's decision, Your Worship, in respect of the representations made by both accused 1 and accused 2, Your Worship. Your Worship, the decision has been made by the DPP. And Your Worship will note that attached to today's appearances is the correspondence from the Deputy Director in Gauteng Advocate Childcare, Your Worship, dated the 31st of October 2024. And the decision, Your Worship, is that the charges against both accused should then be withdrawn. As a result, the state is withdrawing the charges against both accused.
I would go home and the most delicious meal ever, and maybe take time and sit in a bathtub with a lot of herbs, with a lot of aromas, a lot of things that are nice, or maybe even request a massage from my wife if he's married, if I was a man. It's just gonna be just a happy day for me if I were in his shoes, because it is no joke to face charges, because charges lead to that filthy place that is called jail, and nobody wants to go there. Even the people that commit crime every day don't desire to be there, unless where you are, where you live is worse than prison. Then you'll be like, I would take prison. I would take prison. Prison is good. Let me handle prison. Anyway, let us saw how Zizi Kodwa reacted to the charges being dropped. It's a happy day for him and his co-accused today. We gotta be happy for them too, as human beings. Because if you say as politicians, some people will be like, yeah, they must face the music. We don't even feel sorry for him. We didn't even feel sorry for him in the first place. Yes, baby to nurse.
When we heard about this, the same day we appeared, we took a decision as a minister to resign. It was not an easy decision, because there's no law that requires that if you are charged as a serving minister, you must resign. But I thought it would be inappropriate of a serving minister to have all these charges. Let me ask the president to release me and consider, and just to have time to deal with this matter. I subsequently and simultaneously, in line with the resolutions of the 55th Conference of the ANC, step aside from all activities of the African National Congress. And all this happened without any structures. I do both of these decisions voluntarily, and that was quite important. But also important was that we needed to uphold the principle of the rule of law, that we are equal before the law. Whether we are a minister, whether the crime it is alleged was committed in 2015, we're now in 2020, we are not a minister at that time. I was not in government, I could not influence anything at that time. I was just a mere spokesperson. In spite of all those reservations and observations, it was important that I affirm the principle that we are equal before the law, and I gave my full cooperation. So I'm really grateful that I'm now talking to you as a free man. I'm already resuming my responsibility. My first responsibility now is to make sure that I align myself with the activities of the ANC. I've already answered. Someone was asking, what now do you do? I'm in the job market, I'm available. I can be a journalist, I can apply to SABC, I can apply to anywhere. So I'm in the job market, as you know that I'm unemployed.
Right today, Zizi Kodwa just gave the ANC some dignity. He says he voluntarily left his duties and asked the president to release him. That's one. He also ensured that he upheld the resolutions of the ANC, which is the step aside rule. He also demonstrated that he respects the rule of law in South Africa. The other one is that he's going back to the ANC. He wants to align himself with all the duties of the ANC. Lastly, he is in the job market, but he's not going to be for long. He is a comrade after all. Anyway, we are happy for Zizi Kodwa, because it is not nice to have charges hanging over your head, because jail is always looming if you've been found guilty. Anyway, guys, if you watched up to here, thank you for watching my videos. This is South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here.